Hey guys, welcome back to Loft Sports. It's Tyler. So the Irish go down 24-13 to Cincinnati on Saturday. Kind of same old with this team for the year. It felt like this might be coming. I thought Notre Dame would be able to put a little better game together and come out with a win. This kind of went the way the way I thought the Wisconsin game would go. We were outmanned on both lines of scrimmage. The offensive line weakness was just too much to overcome, and quite frankly, the quarterback play just didn't rise to the occasion. I don't want this video to be an hour long, so I'm going to try to really summarize. It's been the two problems it's been all year. Piss-poor quarterback play and bad offensive line play, which is a recipe for disaster. The defense played outstanding. When you turn the ball over 3 times in the first 15 minutes or whatever it was of the game, we drive, of course, we get the ball, we go right down the field like we do every game. Doesn't matter who we're playing unless it's Alabama. We go right down the field. We had a chance to take the lead early in the game. Cone falling back, throws an interception. Defense does their job, plays with them for a quarter, come out in the second quarter, put Buckner in the game. He can't throw. I really thought Tyler was a better passer than this. It's great that he can run, but when you can't throw the ball more than 20 yards down the field, or it so appears, you're not a threat. And it's just too obvious when both those quarterbacks, when Cone is in the game, everybody blitzes, or they come after Cone because they know he's no threat to run the ball. So why are we running zone read with Jack Cone? He's no threat to take it. Then Buckner comes in the game, and that's all he's going to run is zone read because he can't throw. He's falling down, throwing the ball into the ground. Then he throws a virtual pick 6, and they're at 7-0. Then we come out, and Tyree muffs the damn kickoff. I know he's just trying to make a play. He was the play that sparked the big fourth quarter against Wisconsin, but you got to execute first and catch that ball. Basically, the defense did a great job holding them to a field goal. Then we come out right before the half, and the defense finally breaks down, gives up a couple of big passes. Next thing you know, it's 17-0, and it just feels like we have no chance at that point. The offense could not move the ball at all. Again, we have 0 run game, so it's all on the quarterback's shoulders. And the quarterback plays bad enough as it is, and then when you can't protect him on top of it, I don't want to take anything away from Cincinnati. They are a really good team. They're really well coached. They got a great defense. But it's unfortunate that Notre Dame couldn't just let their talent win this game. Kelly got a little bit outcoached in this one. The talent was really in our favor, and Cincinnati just rose to the occasion. Now, I do think Ritter's a much better quarterback than Cone or Buckner, and even Pyne. Pyne's just too inexperienced. I'll get to that more in a minute. I'm disappointed that we didn't protect our house. The win streak comes to an end. We had the longest home win streak in the country at 26 games. That's now gone. And it feels like our playoff chances, although I've said this multiple times, this is not a playoff team. I don't want to go play Alabama or Georgia and get crushed. Our playoff chances are on life support now. Cincinnati's, however, are in great shape. I would like to see them go to the playoff and see how far a group of 5 team can go. Maybe get some new flavors in there. Clemson is struggling. Ohio State and Oklahoma look vulnerable, so maybe we'll have some different teams. But anyway, that's another discussion. Strictly from a Notre Dame standpoint, I thought the defense played great. Forcing the issue, Ritter only really had 2 good drives. The end of both halves, unfortunately, which is when we needed it the most, but when you're out there on the field for a majority of 4 quarters and you're constantly put in bad situations, it's tough to overcome that. So, final takeaway on this game, I think it's Drew Pyne's time. I think Notre Dame has the best chance to win with Drew Pyne under center. Let's just hang it up on Jack Cone. Nothing has impressed me since the Florida State game, and apparently Florida State is just a trash can defense because Jack Cone looked like a Heisman contender in week 1. He hasn't done anything to impress me since then. He threw the game-winning touchdown after getting his finger put back in place. Kind of badass, but it was against Toledo. It wasn't against Texas or Oklahoma. It was against a MAC team that we had to pull it out in the end. So I do think Notre Dame can still have a relatively good season for a rebuilding year win 9 or 10 games, the best chance for that is Drew Pyne. There's just something about this kid. When he's in the game, the players respond better, the line blocks better, and they don't have to block as perfect because he's actually mobile. He's the best mix. Buckner can't throw enough down the field to threaten the defense, and Cone can't move enough. So you got to go to your best of both worlds, and that's Drew Pyne. I hate that he's undersized. That was one of my biggest gripes with Ian the last few years. Is Book kind of had to roll out of the pocket because he can't see over the lineman down the field. But it is what it is. We got to put the guy out there that gives us the best chance to win. Both drives early in the third quarter that Pyne comes in, we move the ball, and then Austin dropped a pass wide open on a critical second down when we were trying to get right back in the game after the defense had stopped him. He catches that ball. It's like a 30-yard gain. We're in their territory moving it again. So the offense just acted better. There's just something about him that's different. The aura is better. The players respond. He gives the game an electricity that's just not there when Cone is in the game. Cone is just, it just feels like something bad is luring and it's about to happen. And I just don't understand why. I think he has the tangibles. He's got a good body. He throws a decent deep ball. He just refuses to step up in the pocket, and he is no threat to run. So overall, I think the defense played great. Special teams, Dorr has got to clean this up. The kid can make a 55-yard field goal easily, but he can't make an extra point. That's got to get improved. But overall, Notre Dame can still have a great season, win 9 or 10 games, maybe go to a New Year's Six Bowl and snap this god-awful streak of losing these big games. Next up, we got Virginia Tech. The only thing I'm going to say about this game is Notre Dame should win. If Drew Pyne starts, Notre Dame should win. Virginia Tech is a decent team, but they are no better off than we are. Yes, it's in Blacksburg. Yes, it's a night game. Yes, I think they're 4-1 as well, or 3-1, one of the two. But there's nothing that's intimidating about Va-Tech. Their defense isn't bad, but our defense should keep us in this game. So I'm predicting a Notre Dame win somewhere in the neighborhood of 31-24. I think it'll be a close game because, let's be honest, we can't blow anybody out. We don't run the football well enough to, and I'm sure we'll turn it over once or twice and give them some points. So hopefully Notre Dame can get back on the winning track, and then we just got – it's crazy to think the season's already half over. But this is Tyler with Loft Sports signing off. Go Irish.